This video is about former Site Center Executive Director Dawn Christensen. It features former Board of Trustees Chair Jennifer Scroggs and Site Center Executive Director Tim Tegge. There are pictures with Dawn at Site Center events throughout the years.
I got to know her when I was working at United Way. I was the Wood County director, and we got to know each other because the site center was a United Way member agency at the time. So when I left United Way, I think it was in '08. I don't think it was too long after that that Dawn reached out to see if I would serve on the board, and so that was my introduction to the site center board, and I got to know Dawn in a whole different way then, and I've always just been impressed by her. Her passion for the organization and her memory. I mean, she's like off the charts when it comes to
history. She's a walking historian.
History, but also just knowledge of Toledo streets and her way around the area, things like that. But
I remember Dawn being just extremely passionate about the direction we could be going and what she wanted to see us do. We started things like the White Cane Walk with Dawn, which turned into just kind of a family education day and a lot of outreach. Dawn's knowledge of the community and history of this organization helped any new member, and I think any new employee, assimilate pretty easily, because I knew what the organization was, because my grandmother had been served here probably at least a decade before I even joined, but I didn't really fully understand the scope of what the site center did for the community and people it serves. And Dawn, her ability to talk about the history and the transformation of the organization and its growth, and really relate how it understands and the value it provides to the community, just was great for onboarding and I think employees and board members alike.
And I do remember when I was at United Way, just how many people spoke of Dawn. I mean, she was very well respected in those circles and in Toledo, and I think now that I'm in this position as somebody with low vision, I didn't truly value how much that meant, I think, to the community, to have someone like Dawn leading the organization.
Well, and her ability to champion the organization for, from funding sources like the United Way and other grants. Nobody can speak about it more passionately than somebody who's also a recipient of the services.
To this day, in the new position I'm in, she's been a great advisor, and that history piece is so important to know, like, what we used to do, why we used to do it, why we don't do it anymore, who we used to be involved with, the relationships, the history, the programs, the services, the ups and the downs of all of it. It's been invaluable to be able to go into a conversation at least knowing some background. Her memory and her knowledge of all of that and how it all interrelates, not just the site center, but Toledo and blindness and the blindness community, and all of that is she articulates it well and kind of helps paint that picture, I think, of what we've been and why we've been it.
Yeah, and the laugh. She's got a great laugh.